I wasn't planning on seeing this movie, but then someone suggested that I should, so I braved the -25 weather to go see it. I'm going to divide this review into 3 sections. The first section will be talking about what I thought about the actual real-life event. The second section will be what I thought was good about the movie. The third section will be things that I thought needed improvement mixed in with some random observations that I had. I hadn't heard of the court case that this movie was based on, but I had heard of Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Not from the news or anything, but I watched Suits. Also, because of Suits, when the Harvard song started playing at the beginning of the movie, I actually knew the words. What I liked about the movie was the acting, for the most part. I'll get into what part of that I didn't like in section 3. I loved Armie Hammer. What I noticed about him, though, is that he's not really someone who can carry a movie on his own. He's great as a supporting actor, but I can't think of anything I've seen him in, aside from A Man from U.N.C.L.E., which was great, and I'm so sad I didn't get a sequel, where Armie Hammer really stood out. But still, he was great in this movie. I really liked that the real-life events of the movie promoted the idea that people don't need to be trapped in tidy little boxes, and that if we want to accomplish a goal, we should accomplish it, regardless of what other people think. I promised my friend that I wouldn't put any spoilers in this video, but I will say that my favorite part of the movie was what happened near the end. If you've seen the movie, you know what part I'm talking about, and if you haven't, now you have something to look forward to. I really liked how this movie didn't have a villain. Everyone just had different ideas, and while you can debate the validity of those ideas, there was no quote-unquote movie villain. So section 1 and section 2 are short. Section 3 is probably going to be a bit longer, but really only focused on one aspect of the movie. Felicity Jones cannot do an American accent. I actually started to wonder if I was going crazy, because after I left the movie, I looked up all of these different reviews, and so many people praised her Brooklyn, Boston, New Jersey, whatever accent, and I just kept thinking, you can so tell that she's English. It's so incredibly obvious. It took me out of the scene every single time. I was just like, why did no one take care of this before they started filming? I realize I'm going on and on about this accent thing, but no one else seemed to mention it. I looked at so many reviews. I don't understand. It sounds like I didn't like this movie. That's probably why. This is a good movie. It is. The story is inspiring, the acting is great, there's really no boring parts to it, but every time Felicity Jones says anything, you realize you're watching a movie and that they should have hired a dialect coach. Apart from Felicity Jones' accent, there wasn't a lot else that I didn't like. I did notice that Armie Hammer is really tall, which didn't really matter, but I think the way they shot some of the scenes really put an emphasis on it. And he's very, very tall. I'm pretty sure he's like 6'3". I'm going to give this movie a rating of, I'm glad I saw it, but I probably wouldn't watch it again.